All right, how you doing? Look, today we're going to make this lamb curry. It really is quite simple, and it is totally delicious. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. Okay, we're going to go straight in on this one. I'll explain everything as we go along. I'm using coconut oil, a couple of tablespoons there. Going to melt that down. You can use a different oil if you want. Medium heat, back in a moment. So that's just melting down now, and we're going to start off with 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds that we're going to just drop in there, and just for a few seconds we're going to let them do their thing, and then let's just take a look at our meat. So I've got here about 600 grams or just over a pound of lamb. There's a bit of fat on it, there's no bone in it, but it is a nice kind of decent lamb. So in all that goes. At this stage I'm just going to add some salt. Medium heat, we're going to go for 5 or 6 minutes. We're going to be stirring often. So different colour on there now, not cooked obviously. We're now going to go with a cup of onion. We're going to cook this for 4 minutes. So those onions are cooking down nicely. Next up, we're going to add ginger garlic paste. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of that. That's a 50-50 mix of garlic and ginger. I'm also going to add fresh chili now. Now I'm putting in quite a lot of chili, and I'm just putting them in whole. Chop them if you want. The amount's entirely up to you. 2 minutes, stirring all the time, please. Marvelous stuff. Okay, we're now going to add 2 cups of fresh tomatoes. Cut them nice and small. Try and use a nice juicy tomato if you can. And to that we're going to add 2 teaspoons each of chili powder, turmeric, cumin and coriander powder. If you want, you could use a curry powder that you already have, but I think this is way better to use the spices like that. About 5 minutes. What we're looking for is some moisture to be coming out of those tomatoes. If not, we're going to be adding some liquid anyway, but that's what we want to do, cook these tomatoes down. So you can see that I've done really well regarding liquid from those tomatoes. If you didn't, don't worry. What's important is to actually break them down, cook them down. We're going to be adding some more liquid now, so I'm going to add some more water to it there, so like a glass like that. We're now going to turn it down to not to a simmer but above a simmer. We'll let it go now for about 10 or 15 minutes. If it dries out too much, just put a little splash in, but for my quality of lamb or mutton that I'm using, I'm going to need about 15 minutes I reckon here. Give it a stir every now and then. Alright, that's been going like 15 minutes or so. Now look, depending on the quality of your meat, depends on how long you're going to cook it for. You might want to be adding some more water back in there and doing that again. So check your meat now. If it's tender, we can move on. If it's not tender, go again. What we're going to do now is turn the heat up high. As you can see, this is quite watery. We're going to go for like 5 minutes on a high heat. It's going to evaporate out and become a beautiful masala. But only do this once your meat is tender. Okay, now we're talking. Now it's looking beautiful. Off goes the heat. You can see it's reduced down, and we've got a really beautiful masala there with lovely tender lamb in there, or mutton, whatever you want to call that. Cilantro or coriander. Again, some of you call it one, some of you call it the other. Garam masala powder, nice little pinch or 2 is a beautiful blend, finishing spice. Check that for salt. For me, it's going to be great. Little mix. That is good. Now that is outstanding. That's as near as perfect as you're going to get it, I reckon. That is beautiful. Keep safe, keep well. I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Thank you so much for stopping by and making it to the end of the videos. If you would like to donate to me, There's a thanks button in most countries. You can give me $2 or up to $50. I need to buy a new Ferrari. Come on, help me out.